Hello everyone and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The women in the family have always had a lot of things happen, but the latest news about Janelle Brown is really shocking. People are talking about Janelle Brown. It has gotten to the point where the balance of power has changed in a way that Kody Brown did not see coming. It started with people talking about Janelle Brown rebuilding her life. Now it is a big surprise about Janelle Brown and her marriage that could change everything about the family and the Coyote Pass story. The word people are using to describe what is happening to Kody Brown is that Janelle Brown has won, and there is nothing Kody Brown can do about it. It is like Janelle Brown has said checkmate to Kody Brown. People are talking about what's happening with Janelle's fiancé, and it is really surprising to hear that he might be in charge of Coyote Pass now. Coyote Pass is an important piece of land that Kody used to think was the best part of his life with many wives. If this is true, it makes sense that Kody's very upset. Janelle's fiancé is a deal because it is a shock to people who have known them for a long time. The fact that Kody might not be in control of Coyote Pass anymore is a change, and it explains why people think Kody is so worried about what is going on with Janelle and her fiancé and Coyote Pass. For a time, Coyote Pass was what Kody thought of when he thought of power being organized and where he came from. This big property in Arizona was something he thought would always be there for his family. That is not what happened. Instead, Coyote Pass became a place of problems, money issues, broken relationships, and eventually the end of his marriages, especially his marriage to Janelle, the woman he was married to. Coyote Pass was supposed to be a thing for Kody, but it turned out to be a bad thing, causing a lot of trouble for him and his family, and also for Kody and Janelle. I think about who took care of the rich person even when they were feeling down. Now, the idea that Janelle could marry a man who owns or controls the land that Kody used to take care of is really cool. This is the kind of ending that makes reality television so great. The fact that Janelle could walk down the aisle with this man is like something out of a movie. It is an example of justice, and it is what makes reality television so interesting to watch. Janelle and the rich person and Kody and the land, it all comes together in a nice way. People have seen that Janelle has become a lot calmer and stronger over the few months. She seems sure of herself. Even though Janelle has not said she is engaged to someone, the things she says about peace and being in alignment make people think she might be. When Janelle talks about these things, it sounds like she is planning a future without all the problems that come with Kody and Robin. The timing of all this is important because there are still issues with Coyote Pass that need to be worked out. Janelle's energy has changed a lot, and people are paying attention to what she says about peace and her life. She is saying things like she wants to build something, and this makes people think Janelle is serious about her future, and that future does not include Kody's chaos or Robin's influence. The land, formerly divided into complicated parcels meant for multiple women. The marriage has been a problem for a long time. People are wondering about power and debt. If everything is fair. This all started when Janelle said she left the marriage with a lot money than she deserved. She had put a lot of money into the marriage at times. Now people think that Janelle did not just leave the marriage. Janelle left the marriage on purpose. She wanted to get out of the marriage. People think Janelle made a move by leaving the marriage. The marriage and Janelle's decision to leave the marriage is what people are talking about. Janelle and the marriage are still a topic. People are talking about her fiancé. They think he is good with money, really smart, and not interested in playing Kody's old games. This makes you wonder if he has agreed to or changed something that gives him control over Coyote Pass. If that is true, then everything has. Kody is not in charge like he used to be. Kody is actually scared now. The idea that her fiancé now has control over Coyote Pass is really surprising. It has completely turned things around. Kody's old way of doing things is not working anymore. He is afraid. Her fiancé has control over Coyote Pass. That means Kody is not dominant anymore. People are saying that Kody is really worried now. He is worried about what people think of him. Before, he did not care what people thought. Now Kody is losing control over his family and the land that shows he is in charge. This is a problem for Kody. People have noticed that he gets really upset when someone talks about the property or money. He gets very defensive. This is especially true when Janelle is around. She seems calm and happy. It is almost like she knows something that nobody else knows. Kody does not like this. The land is very important to Kody. It shows that he is the boss. Now that he is losing control over the land, he is getting really scared. People can see that he is scared. They can see that he is trying to stay in control. It is not working. Kody is losing his grip on everything. The marriage that everyone is talking about adds more drama to the situation because if Janelle is really engaged, then the marriage is not just a simple love story about Janelle and her marriage. The marriage of Janelle is what makes this so interesting. This is a change for her. She is making it clear to the public that she has moved on from Kody, not in her feelings, but in every way. Some people think that her marriage could mean the end of Kody's control over Coyote Pass. This could be the moment when the woman he did not appreciate is moving forward with a partner who does not care about what Kody thinks. This new partner does not need Kody's approval,
does not have to answer to him.
Kody's marriage to her was a part of his life, but now she is married to someone else and Kody is not in charge of her anymore. She is moving on with her life, and Kody's hold on Coyote Pass is coming to an end. Kody's control over the people and things he cares about, like Coyote Pass, is slipping away. I think about times when Janelle chose to be practical of proud. This made Kody think about the future. Try to make good decisions. He did not want to make decisions without thinking. Now it seems like Janelle's way of doing things may have worked out well for her. While Kody was spending time with Robin and changing his story, Janelle may have been getting ready for something. Janelle supported practicality over pride times. Janelle may have been setting herself up for something. The thing with Kody is that he is really alarmed. This is not something the newspapers are making up. It is what happens when a man sees everything he thought he knew falling. He thought Janelle was not a person, but now she is doing things that he did not think she could do. She is winning on the one thing that he thought was his. That is a very bad feeling for him. The worst part is that Coyote Pass was supposed to be something that Kody would always have. Now it looks like it might be the start of Janelle's new life with a man who likes things to be calm and normal, not crazy, and exciting like Kody does. Kody and Janelle are having problems and Kody is losing. Janelle is moving on with her life and Kody is not happy about it. Kody thought he had control over Coyote Pass. Now Janelle is taking charge. The rumors about Janelle Brown getting engaged are still going around. What makes this part of the family women story from all the other dramatic parts is that this time the change in power is not just about feelings or reactions. It is the way things are set up. When love, money, and land are involved, a place like Coyote Pass that means a lot to people, the effects are felt far beyond just a marriage ending. People are starting to see that this is not just about Janelle Brown trying to find happiness. It is about Kody Brown facing the reality he tried to ignore for so long. This is a reality where his control is gone the moment he no longer has what kept everyone on him. The family women saga is. Janelle Brown is a big part of it. Kody Brown is losing the power he had over the family women. This is a big deal. Janelle Brown and the land at Coyote Pass are key to this change. The consequences of what's happening are going to be felt for a long time. For a time, people watched Kody treat Coyote Pass like a game. He made promises about homes, split up the land, and rearrange the pieces. He used the land to get what he wanted and to control people. Kody said he was a leader, but now many people think he was just trying to control everyone. He kept Janelle invested in the land with her money. He did not care about her feelings. Now the idea that her fiancé might get to enjoy or control the land is very upsetting. It makes all the arguments, all the tears, and all the delayed decisions seem like a big waste. This is because it seems like Kody was changing the family history while Janelle was still trying to make sure she would be safe in the future. Janelle was trying to make sure she would not be vulnerable again. The land, Coyote Pass, is a part of the story. Kody and his actions with Coyote Pass are still affecting Janelle and her life. People who are against Kody say that Kody is afraid because the new man that his fiancé is with represents stability, foresight, and influence. These are things that Kody lost when his dream of having wives fell apart. The new man seems to have a lot of power and control, especially if he really owns Coyote Pass. Kody's tough exterior is a show, and it is starting to crack under the pressure. Kody is really scared of the man and what he represents. Kody's fear is not about being jealous of the man, but about what the new man has that Kody does not. People have noticed that Kody's language around property has become really defensive and secretive. This is really different from the confidence Kody used to show. The way Kody talks about property now is very different from before. This change in the way Kody talks about property lines up perfectly with the idea that something big has changed behind the scenes. This is something that Kody cannot change by giving speeches or trying to blame others. Kody's language around property is now very protective and secretive. Janelle has changed a lot. It is hard to miss. This change is not just about how she looks, but about how she acts. She does not sound like a woman who is trying to get people to listen to her anymore. Now she sounds like a woman who's comfortable with what she thinks and feels. This calm and peaceful way of being makes her more confident in what she does. She knows where she stands and what she wants no matter what Kody says when the cameras are rolling. Janelle knows her mind, and that makes her stronger. She is clear about what she wants in her life, and that is what matters to her, not what Kody says on camera. The marriage itself is a big deal because it is not just the start of a new relationship, it is also the end of a difficult time. The marriage would mean that the marriage is closing the book on times when people had to give in. It is funny that the marriage could happen near Coyote Pass, which is a place that was once a symbol of broken promises. The fact that the marriage is happening in this place is almost too good to be true. The marriage is a thing, and the marriage happening near Coyote Pass is a big part of that. The Coyote Pass marriage is a symbol of beginnings, and the Coyote Pass marriage is a way to put the past behind us. People have thought that Kody is scared because Janelle's fiancé knows more about the land than Kody does. Janelle's fiancé does not see the land as something to be proud of. He sees the land as something that needs to be taken care of in a way. This is something that Kody has never been good at. Kody's problem is that he does not think about the land in a way. Janelle's fiancé is better at this than Kody. The land is important to Kody. He does not know how to manage it well. Kody is worried that Janelle's fiancé will do a job with the land than he can. For times Janelle told him about money and debt. What would happen in the long run, but he did not listen to her. Now it seems like her new partner listened to what Janelle said about finances and debt and did something about it. This makes Janelle feel like she was right about finances and debt along. Janelle feels good that someone finally did something about finances and debt like she said they should. People are talking a lot about this on media. They're saying that this is the revenge they never knew they wanted. It is not loud or mean. It is very satisfying. Janelle did not take anything from Kody because she wanted to be bad. She just took back what was hers because she helped make it. Now she is with someone who respects what she brings to the table. Janelle and her situation is what people are focusing on. Janelle is happy because she is with someone who likes her for who she's. The way Janelle handled things with Kody is what people like. Janelle is a person, and she deserves to be happy. The word alarmed keeps coming up in conversations because people get scared when they lose control of what is happening, and Kody has always done well by not telling the truth, the liar, the person who tells lies. The word alarmed is something that people say when they are talking about addiction. It is a big part of the conversations that addicts have. Kody is someone who has always been good at telling stories that are not true, and the word alarmed is something that you hear a lot when people are talking about him and his lies. The word alarmed is important in conversations, and it is something that people say when they are talking about Kody and the way that he lies. Who gets to decide who is a person, who is selfish, who is patient, and who lets their family down? It does not matter what people say about this. If Coyote Pass is not his any more than the story he told himself about being the person in his family and giving everything is not true either. The land and the power that comes with it do not care about the story he made up for himself. Robin's role in this situation is making things more difficult. The reason is that Robin really believed in Coyote Pass. She thought it was an stable place. She also thought it was a place that would bring her good things. Now that Janelle's fiancé might be in charge of Coyote Pass, Robin is wondering if her future is really secure. She is asking herself if she just imagined that Coyote Pass was a thing. Robin's feelings about Coyote Pass are tied to the idea that it's a safe place. The thought that someone else might control it is making her question everything. Robin's future and Janelle's future are both affected by what happens to Coyote Pass. The question is whose future is really going to be okay. What makes this situation with Kody Brown so interesting is that it shows the problem in Kody Brown's way of thinking. For a time, Kody Brown said that being faithful was what kept the family together. When Janelle was faithful, she did everything she could to make the family work. She gave up a lot of things. She was always there for them. She worked hard to make sure everyone was happy. Kody Brown did not give her the security, clarity, or respect that she deserved. Now it is funny that Janelle may find these things outside of her marriage to Kody Brown. She may even end up with someone who owns the land that Kody Brown used to control. This feels like the universe is finally making things fair after a time of being unfair to Janelle and the Kody Brown family. The situation with Kody Brown is very compelling because it shows how Kody Brown's actions were not fair to Janelle. Kody Brown's worldview is contradictory. This situation is a perfect example of that. People look back. Remember how often Janelle was seen as an independent person. This meant that people thought she was strong and did not need any help or comfort. Because of this, people thought that Kody could say things that would put Janelle in a financial situation. The thing is that being independent is what helped Janelle to move on to a new part of her life without things getting crazy. Janelle was able to do this without asking for help and without losing the person she's. Janelle being independent is what really helped her. The idea that Kody is scared really makes sense because when people in charge are not in control, fear is what is left. The fact that Janelle's fiancé might be smarter than Kody on Coyote Pass takes away the last thing that made Kody think he was the one who knew what was best for the family. This shows that Kody is not the person who makes the plans for the family's future, but a man who relies on other people to do the hard work while he takes the credit for the plans. The idea that Kody is scared is important because it shows that he is not as strong as he seems. Kody is scared. This fear is real. People are taking a look at what happened in the past with new eyes. They're noticing that Janelle warned them about spending money without thinking a lot of the time. She always asked if they could really do things on time and if it was possible. People did not listen to her warnings. This is why what is happening now does not feel like Janelle is getting back at them, but more like they are finally facing the consequences of their actions. They are realizing that they should have listened to Janelle and been more responsible. The things that Janelle said are being remembered now. People are seeing that she was right. Janelle advised against spending money without thinking. People are seeing that she was right to do so. People think that Janelle is being quiet on purpose. This is because when Janelle does not respond to something, it makes Kody's company look bad. Every time Janelle posts something on social media, it looks very different from Kody's angry posts. This difference is creating its story. In this story, Janelle's calm behavior is saying more than Kody's angry behavior ever could. Janelle's silence is actually saying a lot. Janelle is showing that she is in control by not saying anything. Janelle's calm social media posts are making Kody look bad. Janelle's behavior is making people talk about Kody's behavior. The marriage, if it happens, is something that people are thinking about. They do not see it as a show but as something that means something. It is like Janelle is saying that she does not have to be strong all the time for the people who follow her. These people used to think she was strong no matter what. The idea that Janelle might get married at Coyote Pass changes what this place means. It is no longer a reminder of promises, but a place where things can be okay. Janelle is getting married at Coyote Pass. This makes people think of it in a new way. The marriage and Coyote Pass are connected in people's minds. Kody is scared. The people who are watching what is happening to Kody are saying that Kody's fear is not about losing something that is real. Kody's fear is also about having to deal with the truth that the woman is going to tell him something. The woman is going to make Kody face the truth. That is what is really scaring Kody. Kody does not want to hear what the woman has to say because it will be very hard for Kody to accept. He used to think that the people he worked with were reliable. He could replace them if he needed to. It turns out that they were really important to keeping everything stable. Robin is a part of this story, and she makes things more complicated. Her feelings often show that Kody is not as strong as he seems. Now they're both wondering if Coyote Pass is still a place. They have to be brave and face the fact that their life's not as secure as they thought. It is based on things that might happen not on ground. Robin and Kody have to deal with the fact that their life's fragile and that they cannot just pretend like everything is okay. The sister women are now in a place where they can smell the change. This plot is different from what we have seen. It shows what happens when things are out of balance for a time. The sister women are no longer just talking about what might happen. They are seeing the consequences. The women who used to give in are now taking control of their lives. They are making their decisions and creating their own happiness. The old way of doing things where men were in charge is still being torn down. It is happening quietly, without a lot of fuss. The sister women are doing this without making a show of it. As enterprise grows and expectation builds, the inviting sentiment among observers isn't shock but satisfaction, because Janelle's trip doesn't feel hurried or reactive. It feels earned, and whether or not every detail of the scuttlebutt proves true, the emotional verity remains complete. Janelle Brown has moved from surviving within someone differently's vision to erecting a future on her own terms, and Kody Brown, watching that metamorphosis unfold from the sidelines, is left with the unsettling consummation that the land he fought so hard to control was no way the real source of his power, and that losing it may simply be the final evidence that the period he formerly ruled has formally come to an end.